Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to try to beat Far Cry New Dawn, but with just the starting pistol. More specifically, the rusty M1911, which does a mere 70 damage and has a clip of all but 8 bullets. In truth, it's a terrible weapon, and I'm not even sure that we're going to be able to beat the twins with it. Just to be completely clear, any and all damage that we're going to do has to come from the 1911. That means no melee, no takedowns, no throwables, no nothing. Just the M1911, which I will admit I kind of have a thing for because I grew up on Black Ops 1 Zombies, and if you know, you know. Anyway, let's get stuck into the run. Naturally, we're doing this on the hardest difficulty. We start off in the train crash and make our way to the river. We have to sneak past this guy because we don't have a pistol yet and we can't take him down because that would be against the rules of the run. He spots us and we jump down unknowing that there's a guy standing straight beneath us and the game forces us to do an aerial takedown. So we've already failed the run. Wow, that was quick. I guess we'll just have to restart. So we start off at the train once again and make our way to the river. This time we find a pistol in the middle of some enemies, and with that we make it to the river. We say goodbye to prologue character number 1, sorry to see you go mate, and make our way to the bottom of the river, where we somehow manage to not have our pistol anymore. We ignore Carmina's exposition and make our way to the shack where we can build the saw launcher, which is arguably just as bad as the pistol that we no longer have. So we collect some parts and plants and make the saw launcher, but there's still a slight problem. We can't use the saw launcher and there are a bunch of enemies up ahead. We manage to sneak past a few of them and luckily we find a handgun conveniently lying right in front of all the bad guys. Who would have known? We take out a bunch of enemies but eventually run out of ammo. We try to loot the corpses but get taken down trying. Luckily Carmina picks us up. At this point I realize that we can only ever carry 40 bullets, which significantly complicates things. Regardless, we manage to make our way through to Hope County where we can begin part 1 of the game. We start by creating the most fearsome gunslinger known to the land. Looking good, Earl. Looking good. To complete the game, we need to liberate a bunch of outposts. This is a problem, because with no way of using stealth, we have to take out not only the bad guys inside the outpost, but also all the reinforcements that they're inevitably going to call in. So, with 40 bullets and a dream, we head for the nearest outpost. And let me make a note here. We are absolutely allowed to use vehicles for transport, as long as we don't hit anyone or anything with them. At the outpost, we distract some enemies by throwing rocks so I can disable the alarm. This actually works. We then clear the outpost and get that sweet C2H60, also known as alcohol. We then make it over to where Rush is being held. At this point, we only have 5 bullets, but I'm sure we'll manage, right? No? Okay, so we die in the first time around, but the second time we manage to clear out the mine. We go through the mines and make our way to where Rush is. Just as we're about to head up the ladder, this one guy was so excited to meet us that he decided to just not use the ladder at all. After we free Rush, the game has this sequence where we have to sit in the back of this bike on the machine gun. I tried to see if we could get through it without shooting, but on the hardest difficulty, that just wasn't going to happen. Yeah. Not much we could do here, so let's just not count that as cheating because the game sort of forces us to use the machine gun. After we bring home Rush, we learn that we need to recruit a couple of specialists and upgrade some facilities. So we set out to rescue Mr. Bean, a specialist in, you guessed it, maps. What, you think I was going to say beans? He tells us to go chase down his associate, which we do, and then head to a heavily guarded bunker to recover some documents. In return, Bean promises to come back to Prosperity to make maps for us. Wonderful! We need to liberate more outposts, so we carjack Mr. Bean and run him over a million billion times in the process. Thank you, Bean. Your service to the mission will not be forgotten. We also have some perk points that I decide to put into more handgun ammo, since running out of ammo is arguably the biggest issue as of now. When we make it to the outpost, we repeat the same strategy by distracting the enemies with rocks and disabling the alarm before clearing out the compound. That was easy. As you'll notice, we now have a whopping ammo capacity of 56 bullets. Good stuff. Also, we find a truck full of ethanol that we hijack and bring home to Prosperity. Very nice.
Please, I need your help.
Is it time to rescue Celine? I think it's time to rescue Celine. I hate this mission. You fall into this hole, and then you have to gradually flood each level with water to get to the top by turning valves. I spend way too long on this, and even die to a snake. Fuck you, Celine. Next mission. Before the next mission, we upgrade some facilities. Expedition, so we can fast travel to liberated outposts. Infirmary, because we desperately need more health. And finally, explosives lab, so we can make armor-piercing round for our pistol. That will come in very useful, I'm sure. And with that, we can upgrade prosperity itself to level 2. This prompts the twins to attack, which is a bit of a problem because I cannot for the love of me figure out how to switch to the armor-piercing ammo on my pistol. At this point, I turn to Google and quickly learn that the M1911 can't actually use special ammo, so looks like we're stuck with normal ammo for the whole game. Simply splendid. I somehow forget to push the record button for the battle itself. Don't ask me how, but here's a dramatized recreation. Highwaymen attack. We stand next to red barrel. Highwaymen shoot red barrel. We spontaneously combust. Not good. Take 2. Highwaymen attack. We don't stand next to red barrels. Highwaymen die. During this battle, I also made a groundbreaking discovery. We can use the riot shields the highwaymen drop. What? Why didn't I think of this before? This gives us significantly more protection at the cost of movement speed. Very nice. We now need to go way up north to meet with Joseph Seed, the villain from the previous installment, because he has some superpowers or whatever we need. I don't know, I didn't really pay attention on that one. He sends us to another puzzle-based mission, which, although not as tedious as the water one, I still majorly dislike. At least there's a cool pink nuclear explosion. So we do Joseph's stupid puzzles, recover the word of Joseph from Dutch's bunker, and head north, to the northern north, where we finally allowed into Joseph's village. The guys there tell us to go to the old statue of Joseph, so we grab a boat and head over there. These guys want us to use one of their weapons to clear the statue. But we all know that's not gonna happen. All the enemies are now at least level 2, which makes things significantly more difficult. We die several times just trying to make it to the statue. Mainly because even with a full clip, we can't do enough burst damage to take down a single guy before we have to reload, which usually results in our death. But with a little help from Carmina, we managed to kill everyone at the statue. We fill the statue with bliss and actually die from it because this game is stupid. It's definitely not me. Anyhow, we throw a Molotov into the bliss. Yes, this is allowed because I'm not using the Molotov to do any damage, just to set the statue ablaze. I'm getting tired of driving everywhere, so we scavenge the outpost we've captured and take over another one so we can unlock fast travel to more locations. Now that is a man who's seen death itself. Good job, Errol. We upgrade the travel house, or whatever it's called, and fast travel to New Eden, where they tell us to go further north, north of the northern north, to see Joseph Seed. In this mission, we kinda need to use fire, so once again, I'm allowing us to use Molotovs to ignite the fires. We need to protect ourselves from the bliss. This mission sucks. It's like the guys who wrote the mission arc just said, "Oh yeah, Johnny, let's have the player sail across the river to meet Joseph." No, that'd be too easy. It wouldn't last long enough. Oh no, let's put a gate in the way and have the player go to the other side and make a big Ferris wheel spin. Brent, that is a great idea. What else, Brent? Right, picture this, John. More gates, and more Ferris wheels. Brilliant, you genius, let's ship it. Terrible quest. Next mission. Next mission is apple eating. Upon waking from said apple eating, the game had once again taken away our pistol. Given that the mission locks us in this area with a giant bear, we kind of have to use the bow it gives us. This is all just a vision anyway, so I'll allow it. It's ridiculously hard to complete this mission anyway, so just enjoy seeing me die a couple of times, I guess. After defeating the bear, Joseph gives us the gift of Eden. We choose to acquire Wrath, since it gives us damage resistance when activated, which could come in very clutch. We can now also use the Judge as a companion, which is molto bene. The next thing we need to do is upgrade prosperity to its final level. That means we gotta go rescue even more specialists and get even more ethanol. We start by rescuing Grace Armstrong, because why not? She deserves it. We head to the train yard, and on the way, I realized that Wrath forces us to use our fists, so it's really only useful for running away. Yeah, that kinda sucks, but anyway, we clear out the train station using a riot shield for help. See, I told you I'd remember. After that, we search for the containers, for parts, and Grace agrees to move to prosperity. Next up is Nick Rye. He's down there, And man, do I wish I had a wingsuit. So we get the wingsuit, and if I remember correctly, there are 2 level 3 guards guarding Nick, so I really hope that we can manage to take them out with our pistol. We managed to kill the first of the 3, guess I remembered wrong, guys, but then I run out of ammo. So we go back to an outpost to restock, but when we come back, they've all respawned. We try breaking their helmets, but even with a full clip, that didn't do the trick. The problem is that even if we hit every shot, our entire stock wouldn't be enough to kill all 3 highwaymen. And if we left to get more ammo, they would just respawn with full health. We tried again, but this time there were 4 for some reason, and we only managed to kill 1 of them. Then I realized that we could just call in the judge. So I did. And he absolutely fucked them up. Good job, judge. Thanks. We follow Nick to his plane and try to get it back to prosperity without using the big gun to kill anything, because that would be cheating. And cheating is wrong. We end up being trapped by some boats on the first try, and die, but managed to make it home without killing anyone on the second go. Now Nick can reunite with his family, and we could get our second to last specialist. As for the last specialist, that would be Sharky. We wingsuit from the Statue of Eden down to his stronghold, where he keeps his child, because this is a great place to raise a kid, don't you agree? And get ready to fend off the highwaymen trying to take his stronghold. He offers us a dubious looking drink, but we accept, and it turns out it's pure ethanol. When we wake up after passing out from the ethanol, the highwaymen are attacking, and we need to take them out using hot steam. The battle is a struggle, and we go down several times. Luckily, the traps take care of like half the highwaymen, and with help from the judge, we managed to come out of it on top. With all 5 specialists rescued, we now need to upgrade a whopping 7 facilities. We're not gonna go for the workbench or explosive lab since we can't really use any guns or special ammo for this run, so why bother? Instead, we focus on the infirmary for more health, the healing garden for better medkits, and the garage so we can get a helicopter to move around the map more quickly. Unfortunately, the infirmary costs a ton of ethanol to upgrade, and we currently only have 62. So, time to get some more drip, I guess. And with that, we have our final facility upgrade, which means we can finally upgrade prosperity to its 3rd and final level. So let's go do that. Once again, the twins somehow know when we press that upgrade button and phone us up to let us know they've got rush. Again. So we go to this old factory where they've got some hostages rigged with explosives and try to disarm the bombs before the time runs out. There are tons of level 3 enemies to contend with as well, so this is actually incredibly difficult, even with the help of the judge. We do eventually manage to do all the stupid tasks without dying, and wouldn't you know it, the twins invite us to a little meet and greet. They tell us to handcuff ourselves or they'll kill Rush, so we do. But they kill him anyway. Then they start beating us up, but we remember that Joseph gave us the gift of Eden and got a full Jack Reacher on them before they blast us out of the window with a shotgun, which we survive? Sure, fair game. I don't even care anymore. We then go back to check on Rush, who's feeling much better now. Or, oh wait, which way does time go again? We need to get close to the twins so we can kill them. So we go meet with a fight organizer with connections. We stash our enormous arsenal of 1 grey M1911 pistol and head to the fight pits. Now, this is a main mission, and for obvious reasons, we have to use melee. There's just no way around it. We struggle a little bit in the first rounds with the dogs, but then I remember that we picked up this Eden's Gift perk when we visited Joseph, and well, I think I'll just let the gameplay speak for itself. It felt awesome. After hours and hours of using that silly little pistol, literally one-shotting an enforcer honestly made me feel like Superman. Anyway, now that all that fighting is done, we gotta go break up a love triangle by murdering the warden of this prison, because whatever the hell nowadays. So we once again stash our weapons and begin role-playing as a prisoner. You see, the warden has a spot in the big derby, which we need to win to get personal with the twins. So if we kill him, we get his spot. So we need to somehow get to the warden without being detected, and then also somehow kill him without dying. We find a key lying right next to this level 1 guard that we're clearly supposed to stealth kill, but since we can't, we sneak right past him and grab it successfully. With that, we can now sneak our way through the prison up to the warden. We grab his racing outfit, but now we have to kill him. We don't have our pistol anymore, and even if we wanted to kill him with it, I don't think we could. There are some combustible propane tanks next to him, but without a weapon, I don't know what I could use to possibly detonate them. We end up settling with just punching him to death because the game kind of forces us to. I mean, sorry guys, but there was absolutely zero way of me getting a pistol in this mission without killing someone with something that isn't a pistol. Anyway, now we have to escape. So we make our way to the highest tower and wingsuit out of the prison. Now we just gotta... fuck. Like I said, we make it out of the prison and get ready for the derby. We get in the car and drive to the derby and realize that we have to drive by pistol kill all of these guys to win. This is unimaginably difficult since everyone keeps shooting us and half the time cars just randomly explode, including ours. We die so many times and we don't even have a single medkit. Okay, that's kind of on me for not crafting some beforehand, but this one guy in the tractor just keeps ramming into us like it's his fucking life mission to kill us. We manage to kill him, but get shot by someone else immediately after. We finally kill him with a headshot and do pretty well, but these guys just keep coming and it's driving me insane. Get it? Because it's a derby? Nah, you wouldn't get it. This mission is fucking impossible with the pistol. I swear to God, no matter how many I kill, they just keep coming. Yeah, I don't think we have a chance of beating this mission right now. So I racked my brain trying to think of something that could give us an advantage. The only thing I could think of was more health packs and more ammo. So I went off camera for a few hours and with the help of the judge managed to clear some level 2 outposts so I could get more ethanol and upgrade my max health to 200%. I also used this ethanol to upgrade the healing garden, so medkits now regen for 20 seconds instead of 10. Not a huge change, but every little bit helps. I also went and did some hidden caches for some perk points, which I put into more medkits, more light ammo, and leap of faith, which allows us to double jump. I figured it might be helpful in getting around the racetrack and possibly getting to somewhere with cover. We stocked up on medkit ingredients, and with that, I couldn't think of anything else that might help us with this mission. There's nothing more we could do to prepare, so let the race begin. With all our medkits and clever positioning, we somehow managed to kill everyone but the final machine gun truck. We eventually kill the gunner who's only level 2, but the driver who's a level 3 takes an eternity to trickle down with the pistol. As if God himself had seen our suffering, for whatever reason, on one pass, the driver decided to crash straight into the side of the track, ending his existence right there. We had done it. We had finally won the race, which by a million miles had been the hardest mission of this run so far. So we drop off our weapons and head up to the twins. At this point, the mission gives us a pistol, albeit not the M1911, but once again, we have to use it to kill the lieutenants. So we do, and immediately after switch back to our trusty M1911, which we use to kill 2 level 3 highmen, even though in hindsight we could just run past them. We escape the arena and prepare to take on the twins in the compound of Eden. As difficult as the race was, I have a feeling that this might be the most difficult task we have to complete in the entire game. We have to kill 2 enforcer level enemies with the starting pistol. I really hope this whole run wasn't in vain. We make our way up to New Eden, where the twins are waiting for us. We revive as many New Edeners as we can, call in the judge because we're gonna need all the help we could get. We fought Mickey and Lou for literally an entire hour trying to kill them with the M1911. But between the blazing fire, constant attack dogs, level 3 enemies, and Lou's sniper fire, there was just no way this was going to happen. I tried everything, but no matter what we did, we could never kill them. We'd come all this way for nothing. The challenge was ruined and I had failed. If you were to ask me, can you beat Far Cry New Dawn with a starting pistol? I would say no. No, I cannot. So I did the only thing that was left to do. I activated Wrath and beat the motherfucking piss out of the twins. I may have failed the challenge, but I would not leave the balance of the world hanging by the thread of the twins and Ethan. So after executing Mickey, because even though she promised we would never see her again if we let her go, removing someone's head with a shotgun isn't something I'm going to let slide, we head up north to deal with Ethan. He eats an apple and turns into a demon, naturally. So we go fight him, although I choose to ditch the pistol at this point since we've already failed the challenge anyway, and there is no way he was going to die from my pistol anyway. Ethan dies and Joseph lights a living tree on fire, because presumably the devs have never seen a tree in real life and don't know that wet trees don't burn. We contemplate killing Joseph, and because we played Far Cry 5, we're happy to oblige. And with that, we put this run to an end and answer the question, can I beat Far Cry New Dawn with only the starting pistol? Absolutely not. Thank you so much for watching. I very much hope that you enjoyed watching me attempt this challenge, even though it went off the rails a little bit towards the end. I had a lot of fun recording the footage, and the struggle was definitely real, but I like to think it ended up being entertaining in the end after all. So if you like these types of videos, then let me know by leaving a like and clicking the subscribe button if you don't want to miss any more videos like this one. And with all that said, I wish you a wonderful day and take care.